People often remark to me or to my friends that they find my political outlook to be inspiring or admirable, the opposite of cynical or jaded. I never really thought about it that much until the other day when a friend and I had this exact same conversation. Why do I keep pushing to make things better? Like, why don't I just give up? Well, first there's the obvious reason that, pushing for positive change in the world is a moral way to live your life, but I don't think that morality is actually enough to explain my motivations. I think it's actually something a lot simpler than that. I also wouldn't say that I'm not cynical or jaded. I would actually say that the opposite is true. I would say I'm extremely cynical and jaded. I mean, I know how screwed up things are, and I know how hopeless we are as a species. Humanity, unless we change everything about our post-industrial lifeway right now, is heading for extinction, like no ifs, ands, or buts. But I think the motivating force behind why I do what I do is something simpler than morality or even cynicism. I think it's something more cynical than cynicism. Fun. Perhaps this best can be explained if you knew something about myself as a musician and a composer. I can play a song over and over again until I learn how to play it correctly, but once I've learned how to play it correctly, I very quickly get bored with it and I want to move on to the next thing. I want to change what I'm doing just for the sake of doing something different, just to see what it sounds like, to come up with a new way to approach the same old thing. I would rather just write something entirely different. I would rather write music that hasn't been heard before than copy something that somebody else has already done. When it comes to choices about how you're going to live your life, what are your options? You can give up and drift through a predictable and relatively unproductive life, have a little bit of socially prescribed fun through television and movies, and make sure to off yourself by abusing drugs or alcohol so that you die before the shit really hits the fan. Or you could spend a lot of time and energy trying to do something good that seems like it's impossible. The first option seems way too boring for me to entertain as being a viable option for living my life. I mean, we already know what's going to happen if we continue down the road we're on. I'd like to try something new simply because I have no idea what's going to happen. What happens if we do things differently, or try to? I don't know. And that's pretty much it. I guess it's like I'm composing the music of my life. I don't like the score that we were all given, so I'm improvising a new melody. And a lot of times it doesn't fit with the rest of the symphony playing that same boring old tune, so there's often dissonance. If you're playing that same old tune and that score that we were given, you might think that the melody that I'm playing sounds really ugly. But sometimes I create interesting counter melodies, and that encourages other people to improvise new melodies as well. And new harmonies emerge from the strands of melody that are our lives. And that's fun to me. The idea of doing something new just for the sake of seeing what's gonna happen. In the moral battle against oppression, war, scarcity, debt, greed, I don't know that we're gonna win, but damn if it ain't fun trying. And yeah, I mean, we know what's gonna happen if we keep playing that same old melody. But if we try to do the impossible, who knows what can happen? The idea of winning the battle is not what drives me. The odds are too impossible for that. What drives me is the excitement of never knowing what's gonna happen next. Fun. That's pretty much all there is to it. So why is it that you do what you do? What's the song of your life that you're writing? Go ahead and put it in the comments. You're watching The Punk Patriot, to life, liberty, in pursuit of a less fucked up government. You're watching The Punk Patriot, to life, liberty, in pursuit of a less fucked up government. If you like this video, please donate what you think it was worth. You can find the link down in the description of the video. Also, let me know what you think in the comments section. Please share this video with your friends and your enemies. The only way that this channel will expand is through word of mouth and people like you. So thank you very much.